I know you've spoken about the Native Americans as thinking about their decisions as how it impacts 7 generations to come. And we're so fucking far from that. We're so far from that. Like we're concerned with the next maybe 10 years, maybe 20, if that. Yeah, barely. It's more like the next election cycle. But yeah, it's crazy how little we think about that and how little we question that. Like, where does progress end? It doesn't. There is no end to it. And as long as we keep trying to do it, we're going to keep doing it and keep seeing repercussions and keep putting band-aids on the repercussions that we experience until the mentality begins to shift. But, it shifts with us.
It shifts with us. And what that shift is us just recognizing how out of whack we've gotten with what is. That's really all this is about, right? Like, I always find it really interesting that at some point in human history, humans, and I'm going to reword that, at some point in human history and capitalism, we decided that having wooden bowls that biodegraded and could just be replaced was a bad idea. That we should in fact make plastic bowls that last forever and never biodegrade, right? And if you think about that, that makes no sense at all, because now we have more problems. Now we have forever chemicals that are in the water. We have all kinds of things that are messing with the environment. And it's all just because what? We couldn't accept that the bowl's going to eventually fade away and end? Because we couldn't accept that things come to an end? Because we valued ourselves according to how much our bowls were worth? Like it becomes a really interesting exercise when you realize how much of our industry is really just there for the sake of making more money and keeping people employed, right? But they do nothing but cause further and further conflict with reality and our environment and one another and everything else. We know this. I mean, there are, right now, there are little plastic micro pellets or microbeads that are literally inside fish's digestive tracts in the ocean and in the freshwater lakes. That's insane, right? There are antidepressants that are being found in marine life. That's insane, right? Like the fact that these are everywhere. Teflon is another perfect example. There's a forever chemical that's never going to go away, and it's in everything now, and our body doesn't process that shit at all.